To the casual traveler on the great highways, the movements of the migrants are mysterious if they are seen at all, for suddenly the roads will be filled with open rattle-trap cars loaded with children and with dirty bedding, with fire-blackened cooking utensils. The boxcars and gondolas of the railroad lines will be filled with men, and then just as suddenly they will have disappeared from the main routes. On side roads and near rivers where there is a little travel, the squalid, filthy squatters' camp will have been set up, and the orchards will be filled with pickers, cutters, and dryers. The unique nature of California agriculture requires that these migrants exist and requires that they move about. Peaches and grapes, hops and cotton cannot be harvested by a resident population of laborers. For example, a large peach orchard, which requires the work of 20 men the year round, will need as many as 2,000 for the brief time of picking and packing. And if the migration of the 2,000 should not occur, if it should be delayed even a week, the crop will rot and be lost. Thus, in California, we find a curious attitude toward a group that makes our agriculture successful. The migrants are needed and they are hated. Arriving in a district, they find the dislike always meted out by the resident to the foreigner, the outlander. This hatred of the stranger occurs in the whole range of human history, from the most primitive village form to our own highly organized industrial farming. The migrants are hated for the following reasons: that they are ignorant and dirty people, that they are carrier of disease, that they increase the necessity for police and the tax bill for schooling in a community, and that if they are allowed to organize, they can, simply by refusing to work, wipe out the season's crops. They are never received into a community, nor into the life of a community. Wanderers, in fact, they are never allowed to feel at home in the communities that demand their services. Let us see what kind of people they are, where they come from, and the roots of their wanderings. In the past, they have been of several races, encouraged to come and often imported as cheap labor. Chinese in the early period, then Filipinos, Japanese, and Mexicans. These were foreigners, and as such, they were ostracized and segregated and herded about. Guiding question 2. People often treat migrant workers A. Like they are not welcome, even though their work is essential. B. With respect, because they know that the work they do is necessary. C. As if they don't know how to do their jobs and do harm to the farms they work on. Or D. With suspicion, because they tend to move from one place to another. Please record your answer.